Welcome everybody for this afternoon in our virtual showroom. Hope you have enjoyed this day. Remember, tomorrow we got another day of classes and you got 1 month to visit our virtual showroom. And all the classes will be recorded so you can go to the page and show all the classes on memories. And for today's class, we are going to learn about interior and exterior designs, a lot of tricks with Miss Jan Iiams directly from United States. Hi, amiga.
Hola, amiga.
Hola.
Hola, everyone. Today's class is going to have some delightful balloon arrangements that you'll be able to sell and make lots of dinero. I am going to begin with an air-filled design that is 24-inch reflex blue. I love this new color. And I'm going to make a hot air balloon for you. This is my 24-inch balloon. I'm going to set it aside for now because I have to have a base. I'm going to use just a little box for the base. It's like a hot air balloon and there's a basket at the bottom. And I'm going to show you how I put this together. You start with a little wooden dowel. This came from the hardware store, but it's not very pretty because it's just plain wood. So I'm going to dress it up and make it look beautiful. What I need is a Sempertex 360. A white one. I'm going to set this aside for a moment while I demonstrate. And the machines that I'm using this time is the Cool Air 4. These are all premium balloon accessories machines. And with this one, I love it because I'm able to push the foot pedal down here. That's the wrong one. That's for my size. This is the right one. So I can put as much or as little as I want. I'm going to fully inflate this 360 fashion white. Soften it just a little. Let the air out. And I'm going to snip off the neck. And then I'm going to insert that wooden dowel right into it. You could use a balloon straw, but they're not nearly as strong as a wooden dowel will be, and they're very inexpensive. And now I'm going to stretch and tie it off. And now we have a beautiful white frame. And I did that on all four. But I did, as you can see, one more special thing. I used ribbon to dress it up. Let me find my ribbon. Here it is. This is pretty iridescent, so it goes beautifully with the reflex. It's a little bit lighter shade, and it looks very, very nice. And I need my tape. This is clear packing tape. This is just thin, clear packing tape. It just disappears. It's wonderful. And I'm going to put a little piece of tape right on the edge of that ribbon. And at an angle, just start taping it down. It's taped at the top, and now I can just twist, 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 twist to get that beautiful twist to dress that up. Snip it off, and we can tape it or because I have this little tie here, I can actually tie it in place. Voila. This looks so much better with that pretty ribbon tendriling up and down. And then to put it inside the box, I usually use a glue gun, but you can also use tape, but use a very strong tape. You'll need 4 of these, and you will simply put a lot of glue from your glue gun and push it in place and let it set up. And you can see from the container that it's at a slight angle. So that's what I did here. And I've added some little extra touches here that I want to share with you. Not only do we have the ribbon on the dowels, but we have little tiny bubbles that I placed down here at the bottom. And I have some beautiful, beautiful ribbon that I love to use ribbon. You don't have to use a lot, or you don't have to use a lot of expensive ribbon, but it is important to dress things up so that they look like people should pay more, and they will. This is just tulle. You can use plain tulle, but I found some with some sparkles on it, which I really love. And I'm going to cut some little squares, cut both at the same time. And I'm going to get a 260 reflex glue. This is a Premium Balloon Accessories. It's a smart twist, which is wonderful. You can use it plugged in, but it also recharges, so you can use it. It has a little cutter here in the front. I like to give my 260s a little stretch to kind of make them easier to inflate, just like that. Now, I don't have to fill this all the way. I'm just going to fill it up a little bit because I'm just making little bubbles. Tie it off. Three bubbles, that's all we need. Make sure they're the same size. Oops. Don't let go. A good way to hold them is to put them between your finger. Get positioned. One more. And then I'm going to hold that first bubble in between my fingers so that it can't come untied. And then what I did is tie it together. If it comes untwisted, stretch it out and just retwist it so you still have three bubbles. There we go. And then make sure it's tied nice and tight. And then snip off the excess. Now I'm going to save this for the rest of the bubbles. Now, we're just going to stretch this out and slide it right down to the bottom. This one's already here, so I'm just using this one for demonstration. I turn this little knot to the outside. And then I'm going to take just curling ribbon. I also have some pretty gold and iridescent. It's probably about 12 inches. And I'm going to slide that ribbon right down inside and pull it through. Take that second piece and just make a little tie right here. And then I'm going to take little scrunches. And I went from one end to the other. And once again. And then put them together so I have this pretty little two-color poof. I call them frou-frous. Turn it around and tie it right where you tied the ribbon. So you can see what we have on all four corners is exactly this. But I go one step further. I like to curl the ribbon, but I want to share a special trick about ribbon with you. A lot of people will take scissors and they will open the scissors and curl. That's not very pretty. All that ribbon is now just this little too tight, much too tight. So what I do is I snip the ribbon and keep my scissors closed and then go to the very last part of the scissors and pull this way instead of flipping it so quickly. And what you get is something softer and that hangs out instead of being so tight like this. So we're just gonna do this on each one. Isn't that pretty? It's almost nothing. We've got pennies, but how impressive is that when we have them all the way around?
Jan,
Yes.
can you show the details a little bit closer? If you cannot
Of
move the
course.
camera.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes, Angie. Just what you do, but put the camera a little bit like that, like that.
Okay. What I was explaining about the ribbon
That's perfect.
is I keep my scissors closed and instead of real hard, I am going just kind of to the tip and pulling it. And then I get this beautiful soft curl that's coming off instead of something that's too tight. So here it is. I stretch this right over the pole and then I added the little touches. It's hardly anything, just little tiny pieces of ribbon and a little part of a 260, but look how much space it takes up. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Great touches.
Love the detail.
Yes. So we've dressed it up all the way around.
Angie, put a little bit closer the camera.
Okay.
No, less. Just a little bit. Yeah, like that. So we can see Jan a little bit more. Right there, Angie. Angie's doing a wonderful work.
Good. All right. Now, inside, I have some weights. And I put a balloon weight down inside. Now, I also added, because this is a big balloon that's going to go on top, I also added some other little weights. You could have candy gifts, a little plush, or something that fits down in here, which is very cute. But this little weight, even if they take things out, will keep it very steady, which is important. Now, I have special tape that I love to use. You will see me use this all the way through. Things I'm going to use are Balloon Bond by Click Click. This is a double-sided adhesive. And I also have Oasis U-Glue dashes. They are little, but they are incredibly strong. you can pull them out and peel it off. And there's a little part that does not have the adhesive on it. And so I'm going to be using those right here on the inside of each one of those dowels. And something that is good to remember if you're using these little glue dashes is there's one little section that isn't sticky, okay, and so I kind of get it started so that so I don't have to hunt for where I start pulling it loose. There we go. 2 more. Really press it so that it stays nice and tight. I put that on the inside of each one, not on the top, but on the inside. And next, oops, let me find the end. There we go, it's very strong. And now we have a 24-inch balloon. And what I did is I took a marker and I placed this down to where I wanted them to meet. And I took my marker and marked 4 little spots where I want to be able to attach this so that it's straight up and down. We don't want it
Jan, are you there?
on.
Wait.
I will peel off.
No, sorry. Is that the camera freeze for a little bit? Don't worry. Go on. No. It freeze. Hey, Jan, can you hear me? Give us a second. Let me check with Jan what's going on. Amiga, can you hear me? Jan. Okay, now can you hear me, Jan? No, I cannot hear you. I think you are talking, but I cannot hear you. No, I cannot hear you. Try again. Now I can hear you. Try again. No, sorry, that was Heidi. No.
La saco al aire. Están viendo lo que está pasando.
Yes,
Saco
leave
al
it.
aire.
Yes, leave it her for a minute. Sácala. Jan,
Listo. No estamos en aire.
Jan, your iPad is mute. Your iPad is mute. Heidi, ¿qué está viendo la gente?
El cartel de bienvenidos.
Okay. Now,
Is it working?
Yes. Go, Heidi, go.
Listo chicos, son mi señal en 3, 2, 1.
Okay, don't worry. Jan,
Okay.
we are
So
here
you hear me
again.
now?
Please repeat the last part.
Yes, I will.
Part with the balloon. Okay, great.
Okay. I marked the balloon. I put it by hand and took a marker and I marked it. And then I put a glue dot on all 4 spots where I want to make sure that the balloon is straight up and down, not crooked, because I want this to be pointing straight down. So what I'm going to do is peel off the coat on here, peel off the coat here, and now I know that these 2 have to match. There we go. We'll do that all the way around. Now this side. There we go. See the little mark right there that I made? And now I'm going to place this right onto it. Okay, one more. All four. This will not come loose. This is very, very strong. There we go. Now, we're going to dress this up even more. I have some special little touches because this doesn't look very pretty just right, you know, onto the balloon itself. So I have some delightful little touches that I will show you. I prepared some, and then I'm going to make one in front of you so you'll see how I did it. I made these. They are thinner at the bottom and wider at the top because I'm going to be placing these. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do it. This goes on the straw and this goes on the balloon. So spacing down a little, we get a little play with the ribbon, and this makes it even sturdier. So I'm going to show you how to make these. Here it is. Okay, we will need more of a beautiful ribbon. And I'm going to give you a special tip on this. If you're going to be doing 4 of these and you want them all to be the same size, don't make each one separately. Inflate all 4 so that you compare to make sure that they're all this size before you start. Take a little bit of curling ribbon. I'm going to use both colors. And I'm going to tie this right onto the neck. I'm going to move this out of the way right now. There we go. Tie it nice and close to the end, like that. So see, I have a lot of neck here. And now I'm going to need one more small piece of ribbon. And I'm going to push this right down into the inside and meet it on the other side. Catch it, pinch it, twist it. And then I'm going to take that little piece of ribbon, wrap it around a few times so it can't get loose, and tie it. Tie it nice and tight. And now I'm going to squeeze it so this is smaller, this is wider. You can see the difference, right? Because this is going to sit at an angle and it's so much prettier than if it's like a donut. So, and now I'm going to add a little bit more of that ribbon, the tulle ribbon. And I'm making these a little more narrow. And I call these little frou-frous, instead of from corner to corner, this one, I'm going right down through the middle. It's almost like a little bow tie. And the same as before, one on top, the other one on the bottom. Pretty. And I'm going to tie this right into that little decoration. Leave my pretty tool sticking out. And once again, we simply curl up the ends, which I've already finished on these. And now we're going to place them right here. I've already used glue dashes. You can use a low temperature glue gun if you would like to. Be careful, a hot glue gun will pop your balloons. There's also double-sided tape. You need something that's really strong because your guests, when they see pretty things like this, they want to touch it. We don't want it coming apart. Once again, the small part at the bottom, right on the straw, the top part to the balloon. And the last one. Sweet. It's a nice touch. Instead of having this big balloon and having straws with just a tiny bow, it's too big and then too small. So this is a nice way to graduate the sizes from the big balloon to this and then down to a little thin straw. Okay, and now I'm going to show you a beautiful way to decorate the outside with little balloon flowers. I prepared some ahead, and I will show you how to make them. Do we have some beginners in class? People who have been doing this for some time know exactly about 5-petal flowers. And I'm going to show you, in case we have some people that are newer, how to do the positioning so that it doesn't come, well, like this right here, it needs to lay flat. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me find my balloons. Here they are. Oops, wrong color. Here we go. Okay, so we just need 5. I'm going to be using the Twin Air because it sizes, which is wonderful. You can do this with a hand pump, but I love how fast it works. This is Premium Balloon Accessories Twin Air Sizer. It's great. I think that's what Paola uses, right? It's very good. Okay, where is
I used to use that one. It's really, really good. I
It
love
is
to use,
very
yes.
strong.
I
It does
use that
two
one or Leyenda. I work with both. I had worked with both.
Okay, now these are smaller. I want them a little more dainty. It's my button. Am I plugged in? Yes. Why is this not going? A minute ago. Okay, well, it's turned on. I don't know why it's not working. I can always use a hand pump if I need to demonstrate. It's not going. I stepped on it a minute ago. It worked just fine. I've probably got something loose. Angie, do you see a hand pump over there? Lo siento. Un momento. Here we go. Okay. So if you're using a hand pump instead of an automatic sizer, you want to count the pumps to make sure that everything is the same. Give it a twist and hold it. Go around twice. You need 2 duplets. And then we're going to add a single one now because it's easier to twist them together. Now, I have little tiny reflex gold centers for this. And guess what size they are? They are 5-inch balloons. Doesn't look like a 5-inch balloon because look how tiny that is. But I'm just going to show you how to get the most shine. As you know, 5-inch is pretty good size. And if I take this down tiny, like this, oh my goodness, it's not shiny anymore. So what I'm gonna do is squeeze the air down until I get that beautiful reflex shine. Give it a twist, and this is important. I'm holding that twist with my fingers. Can you see this okay? I have 2 fingers here, holding it tightly. It's been twisted.
Yes,
Go around the balloon and pull it through. And, whoops, I'm so strong, I just pulled the neck off. It's so shiny now, just like it's completely fully inflated. Pretty, right?
Yes, I like that idea.
Thank you. So here's one that I didn't pull the tail off. We'll use it. And now I'm going to take this and pull this right down in the middle and wrap a figure 8. There we go. Now, if you have trouble making it lay flat, I'll stretch out the neck on the bottom where I tied and just put a little bit of air in it. There we go. All right. I just filled the neck that was sticking out just a little bit. Tie it. And now I'm going to make a pinch twist with that little bit of neck that I inflated. And now it's going to lay flat. Make it tight. And now, for one more step to make sure that it stays nice and flat, I'm going to add this little ring of bubbles. Let me make this tighter. There we go. Okay. And I need a 260 reflex glue. Now, I happen to have the leftover from when I was making the bubbles, and I'd love to be able to use the whole thing if I can. So this was left over, and now I'm going to do 7 little bubbles, and I'm making them extra small. You can do big bubbles, or you can use little dainty bubbles. And the secret to this is give it a lot of twists. And I'm going to put it between my finger. And now I'm able to size them just by looking at the one that's right here that I just did. If you have made it too big or too small, untwist it, and push the air from either end to make them match. Three, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, some of the things that we're doing with this design, you'll actually be using some of the same techniques in the others. More surprises for you. This is a Conwin quick cutter. I love it. It fits right on my pocket, and I'm able to just simply cut it off. I'm going to just put this right around the gold one. Stretch it. Voila. Now it's really sturdy with this extra little piece right here, plus it's so much more beautiful. Now, guess what we're going to do with these beautiful balloon blossoms? I'll show you. I'm going to use that other tape that I was talking about, balloon bond tape. And I am going to tear it. This is from Click Click, and it's wonderful tape. It's amazing tape. Oh, actually, I've already put glue dashes on here, but you can use balloon bond. We'll use balloon bond on the next one. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to make this face me so that I can get exactly, just with my eyes, the distance between these two and move it up a little higher. So I'll take off the little covers. Here's my first one. I'll turn it around so you can see it in just a moment. A little higher, press it in place. And now we're going to go all the way around on all four sides and add these little flowers. Once again, these are a little closer together, but I still want to go right to the center, and I also want to make sure that I'm getting this right at the same level. Need one more little piece of tape. Where's my glue dots? Well, oh, here they are. Because it's sticking out just a little. Oh, there it is. I just didn't push it hard enough. There we go. And here's the other side. Okay, and again, I want it between these two and at the same height. Press it in place. And the last one. Right in the middle. Is this sweet? Do you love this? It's pretty all the way around.
Love
But,
all the details.
yes. But look at that ugly neck sticking down. And this is so plain on the top. So let's dress those up too. We'll use the very same little flowers. You could do bows, you could do so many different things, but I love the floral theme. And now I want to make sure I have this right on the top. And you can see there's a little mark here that shows you it's very, very end. We'll press it in place. And now we're going to fix the cover for this. Now, it's kind of big and sort of in the way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off some of the material. But I'm going to leave enough there that I can stretch it. And instead of taping this one, I'm just going to push this up, wrap it, make a figure 8. And this one, I'm actually going to pop that little bubble so that it will lay nice and flat. And I am going to use a little bit of that to position the petals exactly where I want them. What do you think? Cute? Now, you can do anything in the basket, but I'm going to show you just some very pretty little touches that you can use. You have some little flowers. How are we doing on time?
We are doing great. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Well, I have 3 to get through, so I want to make sure. Okay, so Paula, do we need to show the little flowers? I have it here to do if they don't know how already.
You can show them how to do it. Yes, really quickly. I think so. You can do it closer to the camera. Angie's doing a great work with the camera.
Excellent, great. Okay, I need a reflex and I need a pastel matte blue. I did 2 different kinds of flowers. We have one that is a 6-petal flower. Oops. And I'm just going to inflate it almost all the way.
Yeah. Sorry, someone is asking me how many palms do you inflate the flower with the 5 petals with the round 5? 2 palms?
That is such a good question. I did 2 pumps.
2 pumps,
but if
great.
you want smaller, daintier, you might do 1 pump, so you have little tiny.
Okay.
Or if you want bigger flowers, 3 pumps.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Letting a little air out. And I'm going to make a loop. You can see okay?
Yes.
Pull that knot, the end, all the way through. And
Angie, you can get a little bit closer.
yes.
You or Angie. Angie can move. You can stay there. Okay.
Got me?
Yeah, great.
Okay. Well, the light is better if I step out anyway. And now I'm going to measure, make sure that I have the same length. Twist. Just kind of twirl it right on. Another one. Measure against the other. Checking to make sure that the loops are the same size. One more. And now we're just going to lay them flat. I'm going to get rid of this little extra. We don't even have to tie it. We can just very strong and around several times, and it won't leak. And then, I won't demonstrate it. You already saw from the flowers that it's the same little 5-inch with a little 260 that goes right around the edge. This one looks a little different, and I'll show you how to do it too. It looks a little more 3-dimensional. And I will come back out here to show you. What you're going to do is we're going to twist in between. Okay. My El Gato.
Ay, my God.
Coming to see what we're doing.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. That reminds me of Eddie when you say
That's
kitty,
Piper.
kitty, kitty. Piper, yeah.
Oh, she wants in. I'm sorry. We're in her bedroom. Okay. So we have 4 fingers for the first one. Twist. And the second one, though, is going to be 3 fingers. So it's shorter. And now, twist them together. Look through. So you can see this one's taller, this one's shorter. And actually, we don't have to, do you want to see the whole thing? Or do you get, it's the very same thing. We're going to do 6 petals. But the difference is, we gave it a twist. Which do you want, Paola?
No, you can go on. I think so. You just teach the basic of that. And you know the class will be recorded. So if people want to see it and watch it again, no problem.
So go ahead and finish the flower.
Yeah. No. Go with another thing because.
Good. Good. Because you're just doing 6 petals.
Yes.
Instead of just folding it over, one is short, one is long. And now.
Good.
And now we're going to fill that basket just to do something pretty. And so I'm going to take 2 of these and place them right in here. And I will use a little bit of my glue dots, glue dashes. Let's see, I think I want to turn it this way. Yes, I do. And I'm going to position this right here, right on the edge. Come on. It's being stubborn. It's only because everyone is watching. And place it right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing back here. Oh, but we still have a lot of space here that's not filled very nice. So I'm going to fill it with some pretty ribbon. So what I've done is let me retie that. What I've done is I've made loops. This is a wired ribbon, which is very pretty. It's not terribly expensive, but here is another important little thing. If you're using wired ribbon, ouch, that is so sharp right on the end. And so you want to snip off the wire so it doesn't touch your balloon. And then you make 1 loop. 2 loops. And 3. Now, a lot of people think with a bow you need 2 or you need 4, but I like to have the tails of the ribbon come off all in the same spot. I'm just going to use a little scrap right here. And spread it out so it looks pretty. Give a little curl. And I'm just going to place this right into the arrangement. And look how much space it fills. And it's just ribbon. It's just lighter than air. So easy. Bring the little tail up so that it looks pretty from the front. And then we'll just place this piece right down inside here. It's got a little sticky tape on it. You like? I just think this is so
love all the designs, you know, because you don't leave any space. But it's really nice, all the tricks.
It's very, very fancy.
Uh-huh.
I put a piece of little tape right there. But isn't it pretty all the way around? Nice.
Yes.
Ooh. A little bracelet is coming loose. So there we go.
And people can use it for any theme. They just have to, you gotta change the colors and voila, it's ready.
Yes. Birthdays, Mother's Day, pink. The new pink looks amazing.
Yes,
Same
great
thing with
idea.
pastel pink, matte pink is beautiful. Okay, you ready for another one?
Wow, yes.
I said pink, so now I'm going to show you something in pink. Let's set this aside. Excuse me while I make things tidy.
No, don't worry.
Okay. Everyone knows in their shops. I know that's great. Yeah, Angie, you want to take it? Angie's going to set this aside for us. All right. I'm having fun. I hope you are too.
We're having a lot of fun. And more since we just met Piper.
Okay. I have all my balloons inflated. I'm sorry to be up so close. Okay, we're going to make a column for first birthday. Now I'm going to do this one in pink, but you can make the same design in blue. You already know how to do a cluster of 5. Whew, I have too many things. Set this aside for just a little bit. Okay, here is our base. This is a column, and we don't have a frame. No base plate, no pole. We have a cluster of 5, and these are pastel matte pink polka dots. This comes in an assorted bag, so you can do this in any color you want. And then we're gonna place, let me grab, here we go. And then Angie, I will need that other Megalyn too. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And now we have fashion white, cluster of 5. I like to use a cluster of 5 when I'm doing freestanding columns. The reason is it's wider and it's more stable and it looks prettier. And I'm just going to reach down and make a figure 8 with the neck down inside. And just to be safe, I'm going to tie it. Neck, another one. And there we go. Okay. Weight tied in at the bottom. And I'm going to add pretty reflex pink balloons next. Now, I can hardly get that down in there easily. And oops, that's only 4. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. Okay. Now, this is going to go down and on top. I'm pulling the neck up, the white ones, and wrapping it tightly. Okay. Now, I'm going to use a 660 as the frame. So I'm going to set this down for a moment because I want to show you a special way to make sure that this stays nice and strong and tight because there's no frame inside. Okay. Now my machine's working. Okay. Now, because 660 link loom is 60 inches, and Paula, you will have to help me with the centimeters. It is very, very, very tall. And this will not be as attractive if it is completely filled, because I have all of this space plus more that's going to be at the top, because we're going to put a big 40-inch mega loom on top. So what I want is a 660, but I don't want it to be as tall as it will be if I fill it completely. I want to make sure that it starts filling at the top instead of the bottom, which is pretty natural. So I'm going to give it a good stretch, and then I'm going to inflate it. Now, it's really tight, but I don't want the whole thing. I'm going to knot it first. And I only want maybe, probably not even 3 feet. And so I'm going to twist it. I'm twisting the wrong end. I'm sorry. I should be twisting it up here. I want this to be the end. Okay, so. Okay. Try it again. Here we go. Twist. And now this is really tight, which is what I want. And I'm going to let the air out up here. Now I'm going to tie it. Now I'm going to tie this right down inside. Here we go. Where is my ribbon? I need a 260. I hate to use this. I will. Okay, so this is my reflex pink. I hate to waste my reflex pink for just ties, but that's what I have here. And now I'm going to tie this tight, 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 tight under the knot so that I'm able to bring this up. Very strong, strong, strong. Tie it. Okay. Same thing on this side. Tight. Okay, so it's nice and strong. Now, I have polka dot, white, and I have pink reflex. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to move this a little because now this is going to be taller than the hot air balloon. I'll set this down on the floor. We need another cluster of 5. Reflex pink. We're going to do just the opposite of what the bottom is. The bottom here is polka dot, then white, and then reflex. We're going to do reflex, white, and then polka dot at the top.
Can you repeat the size of the balloon of the clusters?
Yes. These are 5-inch, and they're sized to 4 inches.
Okay.
These are sized to 9, and these are sized to 7.5.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I'm not doing the same size on the top, though. These are. But my smaller, as you can see, these are smaller. These are sized to 6 inches. Place it right on top. And wrap the neck of that 660. And then these have been sized to 8 inches. Lay them flat and tie them right in place. There it is. Figure 8. Twice. Beautiful. And these being smaller is going to really emphasize the megaloom that's on top. Are you ready? This is my favorite. There's brand new pink, pastel pink megaloom. Do you like it? I love it. These also come in blue. So they come in all numbers, but because we're celebrating a baby's first birthday and it's a girl, I'm going to dress this up. So I need one pastel pink 260. I squeezed the air out and made a little knot. So now I have this nice stretchy, it's almost like a big rubber band. And I'm going to tie it right around the middle. Don't let go. And tie a knot. This little knot, I'm going to slide to the seat. And I have to remember which direction is the front. Okay. Now I am going back to, I love sparkly things. And I also have tulle. It doesn't have to be sparkly, but isn't it pretty? If you don't have sparkly tulle, you can also add just a little bit of a glue spray and sprinkle glitter right onto something like this. Now, this is for a little girl, and so I want this to be very girly looking. So I'm going to get a lot of ribbon off. You're going to be able to see carefully up here nice and close now. And
We can see perfect.
Good. Okay. I'm going to start right here at the seam. Just going to lift that 260 a little bit and slide a small portion of it underneath. But I want it to look like a little girl's tutu, like a little ballerina. And so I'm going to scrunch, slide it in and scrunch. Keep going. Make sure you have the longer part down here at the bottom and the short little bit above the 260. Just keep lifting and scrunching to make a little skirt. So you can see, I won't go all the way around for time's sake, but I'll show you what it looks like. We have a little skirt, and we put a little bit of ribbon. I'm covering up the best part. Are you ready? She has little eyelashes. Isn't that cute?
Yes, show us that.
And So we have a little tutu all the way around, and I won't demonstrate. This is so easy. I'll just tell you how to do this. Once, if you look carefully, the 260 is underneath, but I hid it with just a little bit of ribbon. And I did some figure eights and tie it right in place. And isn't that just adorable? I love this design. So it's not complete without the eyelashes, and I think we need one more touch, and then I'll show you how to do the eyelashes. And that is, I'm going to put a cute little reflex bow right up here on her head. So I am going to use that tape that I was talking about. This is Click Click Balloon Bond, and it does an amazing job. I'm just tearing it. Let's tear carefully. I just tear off what I need. I don't cut it with my scissors because I don't like my scissors to get sticky. And this is very, very strong and sticky. And now I'm going to take this. I'll show you how to make this. It's just a simple little reflex bow with a 260. And I'm going to place this right up here. I think it's a little bow in her, on her head. Cute, right? Okay, let me show you how to do the eyelashes next. I have just plain black curling ribbon. And I have one started. Angie, have you got me up pretty close to this? This is going to be pretty small work. You can use any double-sided tape, but I happen to really like Balloon Bond the very, very best. What I'm going to do, tear off a piece of my double-sided Balloon Bond, and I am going to make a little curve and cut off the top part. So now what I have is just a little curve with the Balloon Bond tape. And I'm going to tear off the other side. There we go. Come on, tape. Okay, it's because I snipped it. It's harder to get it apart. Okay, I probably don't have to demonstrate that. I can't get it. Angie, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. Angie's going to help me get that loose. Okay, so as you can see, I started putting these on here. It's sticky on this one side. I think Angie's got it for me. And I just put little, oh, thank you. Okay, she got it started for me. You just tear off one side, and that will allow you then to place these little bits of pre-cut, just black curling ribbon. Because it's on a roll like this, it's curved. And I'm just going to show you how to finish this. You just want to separate them out. You can see pretty good. Place it right on there. And I just put them in separately like that. Now, there is one more step, and that is we want to almost make it like a little eyeliner. It looks a little rough, so I have one more piece, and what I did is I put little tiny cuts in it. And now when I place that over the eyelashes, now I have a nice clean look. Okay, I have a little extra here. I'll snip it off. There we go. And now I can take this off. And now I can just stick it right to my balloon. Good position. So it's like little false eyelashes. Simple, isn't it? But it's very, very cute little accent. Now, I'm going to use a 260, which I've already put at the bottom of my megalith. There's two little hang tabs here that I'm not hanging them. Instead, I just cut off the ones that are at the top because I don't need them. Just don't cut too close to the seam, or you can tape them down. And the two little tabs here and here, I just tied a 260 onto it. It's got quite a lot of stretch. And now, this is going to be so easy to position on top. Am I in a good spot, Angie? I'm going to stretch it. Hard to do that. I have to get in front. One, two. And it stands up. 9. Which way? Oh, oops.
You have to move it right.
And now, if I need to adjust it, pull up on either side. Perfect. Is this darling? I have one more delightful thing I'm going to add to this, though. You don't have to, but this is a little plain looking right here, don't you think? So
Yes.
I'm going to do something special. I have, where is my, oh, here it is.
Jan,
Yes.
there's people like, really? She's not using a base for that?
No. No.
And it's all air filled.
If you need to, you can adjust the balloons. I'm so glad you told me that. You can adjust the balloons up here, or if it's leaning one way or the other, you can simply push in, pull out, and get it to stand up perfectly straight.
Great.
Amazing. Yes. Okay. Now, these are crystal, heart-shaped, crystal pastel pink. They're so pretty. I love them. And I'm going to show you something special you can do with them. Let me get my balloons. Get rid of my mess. Okay, I have a balloon straw. Here it is. You need a balloon straw, and in this case, I am going to use my sizer. You can do it with a hand pump and just simply count the pumps, but you want your hearts to be in a beautiful heart shape, not overinflated, not underinflated. All right, let's make sure I have everything hooked up properly. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we're going to start with an 11-inch. I love the definition of Synthertex hearts. They are amazing. I'm going to set this aside and move the sizer over. As I said, you can count the hand pumps if you're using a hand pump instead of a sizer. And I have a balloon straw, and I'm just going to slide that right in, hold it with my finger, and push it right up inside. Did you hear a little air come out? That's okay, don't worry. The balloon's not tied, so I'll be able to go back and add more air. And now I'm going to place, let's see, I think I have this on 7. Let me check it real quickly to make sure I have my sizing proper. Oops, wrong one. Yes, that's good. And now, my necks are close together. This is important. I'm pushing down the neck of the inside balloon, but because I want it to inflate well, I'm sort of making sure that it's going to inflate fully. And now when I tap it, and then I simply pull the neck out. And cut off the extra so that you have a nice, smooth heart shape. Now, you can fill it. I like about a half dozen, about 6 in something like this. This one's sticking out a little bit, so I want to be very careful. Just slide it down, push on the top, pull it out, and tie it. How are we doing on time?
We are okay, don't worry. We have like 35
Okay.
minutes.
This, how many?
Like 35 minutes, so we are okay.
Okay, good. This has one that I didn't tie tightly and it came loose. So to get it out, I just got it down here to the bottom and then open it and it spits out. Now, you just simply continue to do the same thing and fill it full. Would you like to see one that's complete? I'll show you. That's 6 of the little balloons. What I did is when I was all finished putting the little balloons inside, I just added a couple more bursts of air so that it was completely full again.
Love it, how it looks.
I love it. And now I'm going to do 2 more little tiny steps. I'm going to place this right here. And so I'm going to put it on the 660. It's clear, so it pretty much just disappears. I'm going to snip off the extra neck. And I'm going to place this, oops. And now I'm going to place this right. How's that look, Angie? Is that about right? Just press it in place. And now, oops, I got the lines on that side. And now, to make this even more adorable, I have another little reflex bow. And I'm going to do the same thing with it at the bottom of this big, beautiful crystal heart. One moment, and I'll hold it up for you. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How much can you sell this for? A lot. It's completely air-filled, which is wonderful. Again, if you need to adjust it so it's stand up. Oh, I'm touching the ceiling. If you need to, you can adjust the balloons right down here to get it to stand up perfectly straight. You like? I'm touching the ceiling, so it's trying hard to get away from me. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Love it.
Love it, and you can use it outside, right? In interior or exterior design, as a
Yes,
decorations.
You can use it outside. And something, Paola and I have talked about this, something that you want to do outdoors, everything's going to be perfect, except this will get cloudy. And so what you want to do is there's something called high shine from High Float people.
Yeah, great
Spray
tip.
a little bit and it will not oxidize. So it stays nice and clear.
We love high shine.
I do too. Excellent. All right. What do we have? 30 minutes?
We have time for your third design.
Wonderful.
You are, as I always said, you are the girl of the tips. A lot of tips for your designs.
Okay, I have a base plate and pole. Get some of my stuff out of the way here. Is it this messy in your shop, everyone? Okay.
I will tell you when they tell us.
My workspace is messier than your workspace. This is a base plate and pole, and it's black, which is not going to be very pretty in this design. So what I've done is I covered it with a 260. I simply pre-inflated the 260 all the way, let the air out, cut off the neck. This is the same way that I did the little framework for the hot air balloon with a 360, but with this I do a 660, stretch it, stretch it. This is a pretty tall one, and so I had another little piece of 660 that I was able to add to it so I could cover it completely. This works great. Ladies, remember pantyhose? That means as you're stretching it down, do this so that it slides down onto it. Guys, you don't know about that, right? Okay. And I am going to, let's see. Angie, I think let me get this out of the way because this is a big design. Angie, I'm going to have you take this out of the way for me. Thanks. You can just set it right there. Thanks. Okay. This is an amazing design. I have more fun putting the balloons together that may be a little unexpected as far as the colors and placement and different things. So I have, to cover this, I'm using the 11-inch pastel matte assorted tropical leaves. I love them. They are gorgeous. And instead of having them all the same size, I've just done 3 in different sizes. So we're going to be doing a little organic. One over the other. You see it okay, Angie? That little white color in front. Now I'm not putting them on tight, 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 completely covering. Oops, that has to go down. That far enough. There. So if you look closely, you can see a little bit of the pole. It doesn't matter. This design, you will not even notice that there's a little bit of pole showing when we're finished. We can adjust where they lay after. I like to kind of have a variety of the colors and sizes as we finish this. Stand back and take a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. One more. we go. Now, it's kind of random. It's very organic, but I have some beautiful things to top this off with. We're going to set this aside. I think I am going to need my table again. You make room. 24-inch. I've undersized this one just a tiny bit, but it's perfectly round. Even if I take it up a little bit bigger, it is perfectly round. I have another one here that is overinflated just a tiny bit, and I want you to compare. As you can see, just that tiny bit. There's quite a bit of difference between these two. And I took it up just a little further. Make sure that you're getting that beautiful round shape to the balloons. Don't take it up quite as tall, but quite as big as this, or you'll get that little bump at the bottom. And now I'm going to tie this right into the top. Well, that's going to be too tall. No, I'm not. I'm going to have to work on it right here. Okay, I have the deluxe mustard, and I have a variety of some very, very pretty balloons that I prepared. I have a metallic foil.
Wow, love that
Colors
butterfly.
are going to be gorgeous.
It looks alive.
Yes, I have more balloons that I prepared here. I'm running out of room. Okay. Okay. I have another companion piece that I'm going to use with this, which is going to be terracotta. Terracotta and deluxe mustard are amazing together. And the first thing I'm going to do with this, these are all air filled, is I'm going to place this on the top. Oh, I didn't think about this very well. I need something to hold it in place. Let's see if I can use this. That'll help. Okay, I'm going to take some of that balloon bond tape and put it right on the tummy of the butterfly. I'm going to be generous. Right on the butterfly tummy. Check to see where it needs to be. Make sure this is straight up and down. And he looks like he's landing on it. So I need to put my tape right here. Well, now it's going to be sticky. Sometimes you have to rub it a little bit to get it completely stiff so it peels off easily. There we go. Now, there's a couple of other steps. I need to tape down the tail, the valve, and put it on the right side. Sorry. Just tape it down. You don't want to see the valve down here at the bottom. Now, this isn't going to be very stable at first. So what I'm going to do is get all my supplies ready. I need tape, I need my glue straw, and this is going to go right on top, right here, just like he's getting ready to land. And then I'm going to do a little security above and beyond the tape. This is clear packing tape. And I am making a little V. Can you see that okay? And I'm going to place it on the butterfly and the surface. It virtually disappears because it's clear. And we're going to do it on the other side too. This will be much stronger. Once again, see, I can get right down into that little crevice. You see this okay?
Yes, I can see.
Good.
That's masking tape, right?
This is clear packing
Clear,
tape.
clear
Yes.
packing tape.
Yes.
Tape.
This is the little 1-inch size. We
Okay.
use wide, clear packing tape. It's very strong and it disappears. And here you can see that it's much more secure already. Just that little bit of a difference. Come here, Mr. Butterfly. Okay. And right up here. So all 4 sides have that tape. Oops, I didn't do a good job. Bring it right down so that it touches both the butterfly's tummy. You can see a little tape there, but it's okay. It's not going to show. Because I have a variety of balloons that I prepared because that little butterfly loves flowers. I have made mustard and terracotta flowers. And I'm going to do just a little garden of them right at the top of this arrangement. So we're going to start with a nice big one up here at the top. Again, you can use your low temperature glue gun. And see, his little tummy is actually tucked right in against the flower, and that's going to make it even more secure. We're just going to add a few of these little balloons. We already learned how to do that in one of the other arrangements. I made some bigger, some smaller. The only thing you have to remember is to keep all 5 petals uniform. And let's add one more over here on this side. Ready? Isn't that sweet? The colors are amazing. Now I'm going to set this aside for just a minute because I like our column, but we're going to dress it up just a tiny bit more. I just made some 260 curls, and I just did, again, remember those little apple twists that I did? And I just did 3 little pinch twists. And so what we're going to do is put this on there. I think I'll put this small balloon on first, though. Yeah. And where is my? Here we go. I have some ties. I love to save scraps because I could use them for ties, which is great. So I have some little scraps here that I didn't use. I'm going to tie it right onto the neck. And I'm going to place this right on top. Center. positioning until you get it in place. Once you have, I can see that I need to add one more, which I've inflated, right here to hold it upright. Tie it to the neck of another balloon. Let me turn it around so I can make sure I have it just exactly where it should be. There you go. And now, I just inflated these little apple twists and just put pinch twists in there. And this is eucalyptus 260s. And you might have noticed there's a touch of eucalyptus in this assortment. So this is going to be perfect for picking up the color at the top. So I'm just going to take some of the little ties that I put together. If you inflate them to get a curl, I'll show you a very quick way to curl that I love a lot. Where is mine? Here it is. Stretch. Uh-oh, it's off. Ah, there we go. Stretch. Let the air out. And now, I'm just going to hold it against my hand with the edge of my thumb, 2 fingers. I'm not stretching it tight at all. I'm just wrapping it around, and now when I inflate it, I like it when it's nice and curly all the way to the end. And I didn't hold it very well here, but that's okay because I can wrap it tight, give it a little massage, and look, now it's curly. So, and I just tied some together, and I'm just going to take this. I did some little twists to make leaves, and I'm just going to start wrapping this right into place. Each one of these can be tucked right in or tied right in. Wrap it in like I just did. I lost my tie. Here we go. Just tie it right in.
Jan,
Yes.
I'm gonna take a screenshot for social media. Can you pose? Look at me,
course.
wait. Look at me, 1, 2, 3. Wait, sorry. I do it wrong. Ready, thanks.
Ladies, when
Póngatelo
somebody's
abajo.
taking your picture from the side,
Yo siempre
you
le tengo
have
que hundir
to
este y ese.
hold in
No.
your tummy, put back your arms. Okay. Tuck this in. Move it around. And you can tape or you can tie it right in place. I have another little section that I prepared. Here we go. It can go on the back side. So Paola, is it time for us to do questions?
I'm here. Yes, we're left 14 minutes. Show
Okay.
us the design, please.
Well, I have one more bonus for you. This
Wow.
is nice all by itself, isn't it? It's very
Yes.
pretty. Don't you love this with the terracotta? Guess what I have? Angie, is it?
I
Oh,
love the
okay.
mix that you work.
Because this is just a big tall column, we're going to dress it up just a tiny bit and make it a great place to have a photograph made. You already know how to do this. It's just a shorter version. There's a little weight underneath. Again, organics at the bottom. This time I use terracotta. We have our little butterfly, and this one can either be tucked right in, so it's like a marquee, or off to the side, and we'll position our butterfly so that one's coming this way, one's coming that way. I love it. Do you?
Yes, yes, yes. It works perfect as a centerpiece.
Very nice. So, are there
Let-
questions?
Yes. For example, people is asking that when you are inflating, you are going to inflate a 260 or 160, you use the same hand pump.
Mhm.
They
I
are
do.
asking if you use the same hand pump
Oh,
when you are inflating 160 or 260.
as far as how big something is going to be, so if you're a 5-inch balloon, I don't have a question, I'm sorry.
They are asking if when you are inflating at 260 or at 160, you always use hand pump or you use also machine.
I use both.
Okay.
I use both. If I have a big long 260 or a curl, if you use a hand pump, it makes kind of little tiny, hardly noticeable, but little tiny ridges. But if you're inflating with an electric inflator, it fills completely and it's very smooth. So, but there are times that I will use a hand pump. But
Okay.
the electric inflator is my favorite.
Okay. They also ask if you can show them how you make curly these 260, those eucalyptus 260. If you can show them how you make that little curly, the form that you made with the 260 for the column.
This?
Yes. If you can show them how you
Yeah.
do it.
Okay. This that I made
Yes.
is exactly how I did this. I can stretch them out and make them longer, tie two together, and then just simply tie in the little touches. Did that answer?
Yes, 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 that works.
Yeah, that's it. I just curl them up. You can do that with a hand pump also, but you need to wrap it around a cylinder, and that way it will come out curly. You can make a straight one a little bit curly by doing that same trick, and then you have to massage it to make it curly.
Okay. They also are asking that you use a lot of the U dashes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you use a lot of them and your decoration is outside. It doesn't matter. It works perfect.
You will be amazed. The U-Glue dashes, and that's a brand name, so they're not inexpensive. You can find them on Amazon. But with U-Glue dashes, they're very small, but they stick. If I try to pull this off, the little balloon will pop. I mean, it is on there tight. And I only use like 3 on each one. You could use 2 outdoors. I like to use 3 in case it's a breezy day. So they're very strong. They're worth it. You don't have to use as many as some off-brand or just regular, double-sided tape.
Okay. Then someone is asking that the apple twist that you make with the round 5 mustard,
Yes.
you just tie it to the 260 or you glue it?
I think I have one here. No, I do. Here's the little apple twist. And I just wrapped a little bit of, I had some scraps of 160, and I just tied it onto that little piece where I twisted it, and now I can just simply tie it in place. And then cut off the excess. Oops.
Great.
That's it. And if you want to make a leaf, fold it. Now you have one of those little blossoms, the little bud that has a leaf on it, which some of them do and some of them don't. Just mix it up.
Someone think that your printed balloons are double stuffed. And
No,
they are asking
No.
that.
we don't have to. This is, you may have to help me, Paola. This is
This
pastel
is
matte
pastel.
green.
Yes, pastel green.
And we have the
Forest green.
eucalyptus, which is
And
mostly that.
forest green.
And we have forest green, and we have fashion green. And what's the other
And the
one?
eucalyptus. Yes, you got all the greens for that.
Beautiful.
People think there are double stuff because of the different colors.
And that print in gold, which goes with the little balloons, the little accents inside of each of the little blossoms, is just perfect. Just perfect. This is an easy design to make. If you don't want to do a big butterfly on top, you can put an air-filled foil on top. You can do so many great things. You can do 260s that, you know, have little flowers, or bigger flowers made out of 260s. You can do almost anything using this technique. Simple, and wasn't it quick? It was very
Yes,
quick.
really, really quick. And last question, they are asking, I know that the answer, but they are asking if you double stuff the mustard or we have that beautiful color, the round 25, the round 24.
You don't have to double stuff. You get terracotta and you get mustard. No double stuffing. Brand new colors, and they come in 24-inch, 11-inch, and 5-inch. It's amazing.
Okay, amiga. Can you see me? Okay, that's all. You answered all the questions. It was really amazing. All the tips, all the tricks, you were just in time. Believe me, it's really, really great.
Now, I should have 5 minutes.
Yes, you got 5 more minutes if you want.
Okay, does anyone want to see something really pretty?
Yes, I want me. Do it for me. Do
Okay.
it for me.
Okay, and I'll send pictures to send for text so you can see them. Okay, let me get these things out of the way.
Okay, and let me repeat, people, that that all the classes will be recorded, and that it's gonna be on our Sempertext web, where you can go to the showroom, and on the top of the screen you will see a slide that says memories. The idea is that this class will be recorded and it will be uploaded to the page tomorrow on the afternoon, because this is heavy, this video. But the good part is that you all can watch the tutorial for a month.
Get this out of the way. Push it back against the wall. This is so big, we have to move everything. But I love surprises, don't you?
You got a lot of space there.
Yes, I have to make a lot of space. Who wants to volunteer to come to my house and help me clean up now?
No, thanks.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to unplug this for a minute. It's really big. Oh, wait. Okay, it almost doesn't fit in here. This is a perfect complement. Can you see it? Open it.
Yes.
Okay, And if you like the idea of that little #1 birthday, you can use this with a tie at the top instead of the bottom. And you can simply hang it. This is on a frame, a round frame, and it's simply put in.
So this is your bonus design.
And if you want to do one more of the, oh, there it is, the hearts. I will send a picture of this all put together.
Great. We'll put this picture on the memories of the tutorials of the class. Love this design, Jan. Beautiful.
I love Sempertex. I hope everyone had fun. I love Sempertex balloons. I love Vitalik foils. I'm with Vitalik, and we are the perfect match. We love each other.
Thanks to you, Jan. Thanks for all the tricks and for all your tips. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Vitalik. Send kisses to everybody, to all your Vitalik team. Muchos besos. And of course, Jan, thanks to Angie, because she just do a great work with the camera.
Yes.
Thanks for everything.
Gracias, amigas.
Gracias. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye.